Welcome back. This is Dr. D with Don't Practice the Etude. And today I want to work on page 69. Last time we did measure 6, 7, and 8. But today I want to talk to you a little bit about special fingerings. So go ahead and get your pencil out, especially if you don't have a private teacher who's already worked with you on alternate fingerings. We're going to start with measure 18. In measure 18, you can use a 1-in-1 B flat. The 1-in-1 B flat is used to avoid going to a side key. But the rule for 1-in-1 B flat means that the note before the B flat and the note after the B flat both have to have your first finger down in your right hand. In this measure, they do. So we can use F fingering, and then for the B flat, use thumb, register, and your 1 key. And then with your right hand, your first finger. Sometimes, if your clarinet is out of adjustment, or if there's a leak in your bridge mechanism, that particular note won't speak very well. So the first thing to do is check to make sure your 1-in-1 works. So I'm going to start with an F fingered normally, and then I'm going to lift the second and third finger to see if the F speaks to the B flat. With me. F, lift your second and third finger while you hold everything else down and see if your B flat comes out. Okay, if this isn't working on your clarinet, there could be little adjustments that are necessary or big ones. So take a look at your clarinet for a minute. Just make sure that your bridge key mechanism is lined up correctly. All right, now that you have that checked, I want you to do one more thing, and that is hold down the rings of your right hand with one of your fingers. And while you do that, the ring in your left hand for your second finger should automatically close. Do you see that moving? Now hold it down again and see if it closes all the way. Use your other hand to push at that ring and the pad of your left hand. See if it wiggles at all. If there's any motion here, that means that your bridge mechanism is out of alignment. It could be that you have a worn off cork or felt, or it could be that you've bent your bridge mechanism. But you're going to have to get someone to help you get this bridge lined up before your 1-in-1 will work. The 1-in-1 fingering is used many times in this etude, so it's very valuable if you can get someone to help you get the instrument performing properly. So again, the rule for 1-in-1, if the note before the B flat and the note after the B flat have the first finger of your right hand down, you can use the 1-in-1. So that happens in measure 18, and it happens later as well. In measure 19, get that pencil out again. Your first G flat is going to have to be with your middle finger, so we have to flip to that. The reason is it's against the rules to slide from a sliver key to a tone hole, and you're about to go to a C. Not only are you about to go to a C, but the C has to be in your left pinky because you have an E flat afterwards. So the fingerings for measure 19 will be middle finger, left C, right E flat, F normal, then flip to G flat middle, left C, right E flat, F, and then flip to G flat, and this continues for the next measure. This also continues in measures 23 and 24. 24 also has a flip going backwards on beat 2. So E flat on the right, G flat in the middle, flip to first finger F, E flat on the right. So I'm going to play measure 19 a couple of times. try that with me? Again, finger along. I'm going to say the names of the positions. Middle, left, right, first. Middle, left, right, first. Middle. Try that. 1, 2, ready? Again. Middle, left, right, first. Middle, left, right, first. Ready? And play. If you are new to flip-flops and left and right, this is going to take you a little time to get at tempo and be able to do 4 times in a row correctly. In measure 24, it's almost the same. We do right, middle, right, D, right, E flat, middle, flip to F, E flat on the right. Again, E flat, middle, right, D, right, E flat, middle, F, flip, E flat on the right. Play it with me. 1, 2, ready? Okay, you can repeat that as many times as you need to get those repetitions in, and we need to be able to get it a little faster. So I'm going to start now in measure 19 with the 1 and 1, and I'm going to play through 18, 19, and 20. And we'll do it at a few different tempos. Play that with me. 1, 2, set, and. Faster. 1 E and 2 E and ready, and go. Again, and go, and. All right, how about a little faster? 1 E and 2 E and ready. Again, go. All right, you guys are doing great. If you need to pause this and rewind it and try it at one of the slower tempos, or even repeat it at the quicker tempo, take the time to do that. The next fingering I want to talk to you about is one you already know in measure 22. Because your first finger in your right hand is down on the F and down on the D, you can use 1 and 1 B flat here. Only if your clarinet is closing at that bridge key. Measure 24, make sure you're working on that last flip at the end of the beat. In beat 2, I mean. It's just a little bit different there than it was before. Okay, measure 26 and measure 27 and measure 28. All of these follow the rule for 1 and 1 B flat, but there's another extension to that rule, and that is the 1 and 1 B flat can sometimes be a little stubborn and slow to respond, and so if we have to hold it for a long time, or if we have to re-articulate it many times and it begins to become unstable, we should probably stick with the side B flat here. So you get to decide, and this just basically depends on how well your clarinet is playing. So I'm going to play for you measure 25 through measure 29, and I'm going to use 1 and 1 fingerings only. how that B flat starts to get a little bit unstable. So you'll have to be the judge and decide what is best for your clarinet. Maybe some beats will want to be 1 and 1 to make it sound really great for you. And maybe others can stay regular fingering if that's more solid. Measure 29 though, make sure that you go back to your side key B flat position because the A natural does not have the first finger down in the right hand. Some of these rules are repeated throughout this entire etude and also in other etudes in the book where the 1 and 1 can be used and also where the flip-flop needs to happen. So just be watching for that throughout etudes every year. In measure 44, we do have to worry a little bit about pinky work in here. So, if you see at the end of measure 44, we go from C naturals after the B naturals. Then we have A flat, B flat, C flat. So that right hand pinky needs to sneak over to the C flat key instead of the C natural key. And some students have a little bit of trouble with that. Some people also use both fingers for the C flat, so your left and right. It's not wrong either way, so whatever is most consistent for you, but just be ready for that pinky work. Can you play that with me nice and slow? Dee da da da, ready, and go, and. Again, and go. And a little faster. 1 E and a 2 E and a, ready? Again, and go. All right. You have some B flats from 45 to the end, and these B flats are typically played on the side key instead of 1 and 1. Some people will opt for a 1 and 1 in measure 46 since they have time to change the hands, but I don't feel like it's stable enough, so I use the side key. I hope this helps you with fingerings in etude number 24 from page 69, and good luck.